Hello friends, today is Levers Day. Putting on the Ducabike Evo 3 levers with the adjustable brake thing as well, and pretty excited about it. It'll be the first, it's the biggest of all the billet parts, most expensive. It's more visible because it's on the levers where people see stuff. Before people get all wigging out on me about the Ducati covers, I still haven't decided. I may be replacing those. If I do, I'll put the Ducabike stuff on them. I think they do look pretty clean. Was going to do that when I first ordered and thought about it, and kind of liked just sticking with the stock ones because of the seal and I don't know, other reasons, but I'm thinking more now that I'll probably switch them out. They'll be more subtle looking than the stockers. So here's the levers in their box, and we'll be cracking those babies open and get to it. There are no instructions. I looked on their website. I've looked around the web, looked at tutorials, trying to figure out what to expect, and I didn't see anything. Could have looked, I guess, longer, and likely there is something out there, but I didn't find it. So I'll kind of do this as I go along. Basically, like I do stuff on some things, is I'll start taking it apart and figure out how it goes back together, and let you know as I'm doing it. So I'm going to get to disassembling one of the levers here, probably clutch side first. Okay, so I'm working on clutch side, and the hardest thing I found so far, first of all, you're just going to pull the pin out with an Allen here and a 10mm here. The pin comes right out and the lever comes off. But the trick is, it's going to come with this little fitting that has to get into this rubber seal. And there's a groove on it, and basically you match it up to the stock one that came off, and you'll know what it is you need to do, which is this pin's got to go in the rubber deal. The problem is trying to get that rubber deal to stay still while you're pushing in on the pin. And what I did is I wound up coming in here with my needle nose, and I grabbed behind the rubber, and I held and I squeezed together, and it opened the nipple up of that rubber. And then I was able to push that pin into that nipple. And I'm telling you, that was, I messed with this thing for, I don't know, probably half an hour trying to get that little thing to get into the nipple part, and it would not do it. It kept pushing in. It's just real flimsy. It didn't want to stand still. So until I did this little thing with the needle nose, and then when I did it with the needle nose, I got it on the first try. So just a bit of a heads up, when you get to this part, if you're scratching your head like me with no instructions saying what do I do, you know that's got to get in there to be able to stay in. Now once it's in there, there's a groove for it that the rubber part stays on, and it's sitting in there. But trying to get into that nipple is a pain. So that's how you do that. From here out, it should be just bolt on and then adjust. So that's what I'll do next. Okay, now clutch side is done. It's all adjusted up. Works pretty cool. The red one is going to adjust where it actually, the plunger type thing, attaches and engages. And then the black one is what you use to go inside or out with the lever. And it's pretty cool because you've got great control over it, much more than you get with those standard little clicker levers that I usually get. So I like that. So now I'll switch over and work on the brake side. Okay, so I got the brake lever on, and I had mentioned that I got the brake adjuster, the remote brake adjuster, and I put that on as well. They sent it to me with a white cable, so I would be switching that thing out for black, because as you can see, it kind of shouts. I mean, the white is sitting there. There it is on the other side as well. And the problem is, from a look standpoint, you've got to line the thing, functionality, you got to line the thing up where the tube comes in straight so that when you twist it, it will work. And here's the little twister knob right here. So you can twist it back and forth, and as you twist it, it moves around over here. So in theory it's great because you can mount it on the clutch side, and that's what I did. I mounted it up high right here by the reservoir. And so while I'm riding, if I wanted to change where the it's the brake pump, where it comes, I could just easily flick it left or right and adjust it on the fly. So it's convenient. And if you're doing track days, you know, that's really functional, really what you want to do. Well, after looking at it and kind of seeing how it looks, I'm not all that stoked as far as the cosmetics, and I like to do stuff that cosmetically looks as good as it can. And since I'm not going to be doing tons of track days, I don't think I'll be running that thing. I'll just go back to the regular knob. I mean, the regular setup has your black and red knob, and when you do this setup over here, you take your red knob off and put it on. Well, I think I'm just going to take this remote thing off and go run with the red one and call her good. But the adjustment stuff works great on it, works like it does on the other side. You can easily twist and spin them to adjust it in and out. So the control is great on it. Real happy with it. Think they look good on the bike. I went with the color with the gray, but just because the bars are gray on the bike, so I thought that part would go good with it. But anyway, I'll just take that cable off and put the red thing on. Put some photos up so you can see it, and then let you know later how they work functionality wise. They feel comfortable. You can adjust them. You know, the outs. I scooted the bar end out. I mean the lever end out, because this is more like shorty size when you go in tight, but if you open them up, it's more like standard size. So I've got mine opened up more like the standard. But that's it. That's how they are. Thanks for watching.